Jeremy Canner, Ohio prospecting, and yeah, I'm out at the Norris Claim, and guess what? There's actually some people here this time. Nice. So yeah, since it's Sunday, this must be one of the OSPA meetings. I finally made it to one. All right. So let me get out. We'll go introduce ourselves to everybody, and we'll go back down that way and go do some gold prospecting. And I brought the kiddos. Say hi, everybody.
Hi. I'm new.
All right, so let's get to it. So I got my door prize ticket and my raffle tickets, and I picked up OSPA sticker. That's going on the car. And yeah, once the raffle's over, we'll be back at the creek over on the side, and we'll get to prospecting. Hey, I ain't even ready yet, but we're back. So I'm gonna run on here. The kids are playing over there. Jaden's panning, teaching his little brother how to pan. Awesome. Very gravelly and clay mixture on this little spot. I decided to come into this wreck of a fallen tree with a bunch of debris on one side, which has got a nice good sized bench deposit right here and right over there. And they're all bigger gravels, rounded rocks. Good amount of sand and clay. So I'm gonna run some of this on for a minute. I gotta get some of this bigger gravel off the top layer here, and I'll be right back with you guys. Instead of knocking all the sand off the top and down around the sides and allowing the gold to actually fall down further, I like to use the hand dredge, clean off the top of the rock all the way around it. Then we'll get it up out of the way. If there's small material underneath it, I'll hand dredge that up. If I get the big material, I'll use the rake. So let me clean top of this rock off and around it. And I'll be right back with you guys. I'm gonna run this stuff through the machine. We're gonna get that big rock out of there and keep digging. And if it starts getting warm out and your pop's getting warm, you disattach the pop holder from the high banker pole, put it in the water, stick a rock on the one end of the pole, and now you got a pop holder that'll keep it in your outside refrigerator. Okay, so I stopped, cleaned out the bottom mat to see if there was anything getting lost down into there. Nothing. So it discouraged me a little bit. I did a test pan around the rock, and I found 3 nice little specks. Here's one where my fingertip is. I don't know if you can make that out. And there's the other in front of there, and a tiny micro at the tip of my finger there. So 3 specks out of 1 shovelful. That's not bad. So I'm on the gold. It's just getting stuck in the top, so that's a good thing. unless I get home and there ain't nothing in the cleanup. Then I'll be really discouraged. But anyways, it's been a fun day anyway. But I'm going to keep cleaning out around the hole. I still got plenty of time to go today. Don't have to have the kids back till 8 o'clock, so I'm going to work them all out today. And yeah, there's the rock collection going. 2 big pieces of quartz, a piece of rose quartz. Those, I believe, are pieces of flint or hematite, not sure. Piece of glass, and a cool piece of coral. I'll show you back at the house. Ugh, couldn't get that out. It's been a long day and it's hot. So yeah, I'm gonna get back in there, get to digging. Just did my take 2. Just did my first full clean out, and yeah, I'm back up running again, and I'm starting to work around this big old boulder here, and it's getting bigger. I haven't been working too hard. I've been doing a lot of hanging out with a lot of people because, yeah, some of the members came up from down at the park, and even the president of the OSPA, Sonny, he even stopped over here and was talking to me, and told me about a special claim that only has a certain amount of members allowed access to it, and he offered me the chance to get in on that membership. So yes, I will. I'm going to get that done this weekend too. And yeah, let's get back to gold. Let's get digging. So I'm going to dig around this whole big old rock a little bit more, and also use the hand dredge and clean around it. I don't think I'm going to be able to flip it because I'm still digging around and it keeps going bigger, 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 bigger. You've all had one of those boulders in the past before. They look small on the top, and then once you get around, it just keeps growing. And this whole spot's been a lot of clay and a lot of clay stuck rocks where the clay's kind of cemented them around. We've been busting them up a little bit, trying to get all the surface part of it. But underneath that little layer was like a layer of sand and gravel and more bigger boulders. So I've been digging through that, and I did a test pan out of it, and it was better than my surface. So it was 2 specks at the top, 3 underneath that sticky tack layer. So that sticky tack layer is telling me that that must be settlement from over the past winter. So yeah, let's get back to it. And I'm going to keep digging this, and I'll do some more work around in there, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Okay, as you can see, I dredged a perfect circle underneath the bottom of that rock. I don't know how that happened, but it dredged out a perfect circle in there. So I'm not going to fill my hole in this time because Sonny from the OSPA told me that if I'm going to come back within like a week's time, which I am, I'm going to come back here next weekend, I can come back and work this hole. And from my test numbers, it's still giving the same amount of gold, so might as well keep working the same spot till this spot runs out. Unless the next time I come back and I find another spot. Yeah, kids are over there playing. But yeah, here's a look at some of the stuff I found. Some quartz, rose quartz, different kinds of rocks, some glass, other different kinds of rocks. See if we can zoom in here. Some fossils, cool piece there, and a bunch of rusty metal. So it's definitely on the heavies today. Very excited to see what the cleanup's gonna be like. So let's get them kids rounded up, getting my stuff rounded up. It's time to get back to the house. I'll see you there. And we're back. And yeah, you guessed it. It's the next day. Yeah, I was pretty tired after yesterday's trip. Pretty excited to go to that meeting. That was pretty cool. I already got the sticker on my car. And yeah, let's get running through some of this material and get you guys a cleanup. So I'm gonna do my usual, classify down, run through my little milling table that I got set up here, where I took 2 of my little cleanup sluices and rigged them together, and I put them in the combination that I like to do, because putting the dream mat in the front, you will end up losing gold when you're dropping in sometimes. Sometimes in the settling process, it doesn't always just fall in the front because it's so small. It'll actually lose some of the smaller pieces that I want to capture. So in this configuration, now I can drop in, it can rumble around a little bit, and then get caught in that sluice if it actually makes it down that far. So yeah, that's the way I like to use it. I like to use this one as my extra catch, and use this one as my tumbler. And that's the way I'm going to put it, I guess. So without further ado, let me get this into that and through that, and I'll be right back with you in about a second. Pretty nice little flake right there. A lot of black sand, so I was going to do my first cleanup real quick, and I haven't barely made a dent. And as you can see, it's just packed with black sand that I'll have to hand pan. I have to be careful because I have dropped my phone in this before. This very one that I am recording with. Luckily it didn't get wet. Somehow. Be right back. Okay, so how well did we do out on this OSPA meeting trip? Not too bad. Decent little amount this time. And before I give you a close-up, well, I'll get it all dried out and get it out of the water. And for size comparison, there's one of them fossils I found, which is also pretty neat. Pretty wicked looking. Like a toad rock. See if we can zoom in a little. And just like that, it's dry. Nice. And here's a good look at what this Ohio gold looks like up close. Try to get you closer. Pretty nice. Well, yep, that's what happens when you try to get too close. There we go. Back with you guys. So, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on out there. Later.